Down but not out. Barcelona 1, Real Madrid 2. Hard contested game, but did not come home with the win. Well, Barcelona was unable to beat Real Madrid in El Clasico, and I've had some time to think about it. Unfortunately, I think this game was wrapped up in the first half, unfortunately. So in my pregame ramble, my nonsense, when I was nervous about the game, what could happen, I predicted that we would win 2-1. That did not happen. I also predicted that the game would be won or lost by Serginho Dest and Jordi Alba. And unfortunately, that was the case, just in the opposite way. So you got to give Zinedine Zidane credit in that first half. He knew that we were most likely going to do a 3-4-2-1. And Serginho Dest and Alba would be the primary targets to get the offense going. We were kind of nullified in the middle. I have to give Casemiro, Kroos, and Modric a lot of credit. They shut down the mid play. They closed down space on Messi. And in the first half, our passes were not crisp. We almost looked nervous, but they did a good job. And one of the things that we changed in this game, and I know we needed the offense, and I even said, like, we need offense, and most likely, as long as we don't play PK in the back, we'll start with Lenglet, Araujo, and Mingueza. While that put De Jong, Busquets in the middle, they say that Pedri and Messi were sitting on top and Dembele as the overtop. So Dembele's really effective when we have a lot of speed and when we can get behind them, but they were prepared for that. Matter of fact, they were planning, Real Madrid was planning a counterattack whenever Alba or Dest got far up on the side. Now, another thing that I just want to point out, and this is kind of a hard thought that I get stuck on, is De Jong. I know a lot of people love De Jong in the middle, right? He's really good with a lot of space. He's really good if he has a little bit of time, and he can make things happen. He's a smart player. He can play the good ball. He can control in the middle. But as smart as Busquets is, it's hard to make up that last space, the space in the back. So that's the reason why Barcelona has been so effective in, holding clean sheets and winning games, is the fact that we leave De Jong in the back line. If we're going to play three in the back and we don't have PK, unfortunately, we do need De Jong back there. And I know this wasn't a perfect example because they, basically had a master plan against our wide attack, which is one of our most effective plays. Honestly, the 3-4-2-1 with Dest on the Alba, either wing backs or center mid, but they're pushing way up, that works great when our back three are solidified. In this case, they caught the very first goal. They caught Alba overcommitting in the 13th minute. Valverde starts to run, hits it back out wide to Lucas Vazquez and into the middle where Araujo is running on Benzema. Benzema back heel kicks it for a near side goal. We're down 1-0 at the 13th minute. It was clear the entire time that Vinicius' speed was going to be trying to take Dest down. He did not necessarily have a great game. Also, so we're down 1-0, but we're still in it, right? It's an ugly day. It's raining. There's a lot going on, but we still have the opportunity to win. But then again, we get attacked on not much later. In the 28th minute, Toni Kroos set up for a free kick, and obviously he is the man on free kicks. We set up a wall. We're about 20 yards out. Serginho Dest turns his back on the kick. It essentially takes a deflection, not even a slow down deflection, but a deflection that kept the ball harder and on the opposite side that Ter Stegen was diving for, and then it goes right above Jordi Alba's head. He kind of misses it, and it goes in. So we're down 2-0 at that point. Our offensive scheme has completely been cut to shreds, and we're missing opportunities. The middle was locked up. The outsides were our counterattack threat, and we were unable to penetrate in the box on the offensive side. I don't want to be a person to say that, the season's over It's not good now that we're in third place behind Real Madrid, who's tied for first with Atletico Madrid. And they have a game tomorrow, I believe. So the season isn't over. But once again, in the big games, unfortunately, we got stopped with a first half shutdown. So once you're down 2-0, you know, and some other highlights, Valverde had a really good game, you guys. I mean, he really did. He had a great game. He did a good job of stopping us. I was impressed with how he took down the speed. I was impressed with how he created the space and found himself alone quite a bit of the time. So, you know, they shut us down in that first half. So then the second half goes in. They take out Dest, put in... they went ahead and put in Griezmann at halftime. So basically went back to a back four, which essentially means we're going to stop the bleeding and then we're going to attack. Now, before I really get into all this, once Real Madrid has a 2-0 lead, that you know that the burden of winning is on you. We didn't get blasted out of the game. As a matter of fact, with our Mingueza scored in the 60th minute. This was a attack down the side with Jordi Alba, and Griezmann's in. He did a dummy, went right over to Mingueza. It wasn't the prettiest goal, but it went in to the right side. It's 2-1, and we knew we were in it. Barcelona had a lot of chances. Barcelona was hitting on the door. Matter of fact, at the end of the game, Barcelona had 69% of possession with 18 shots. Only 4 on target, but when you're playing in a monsoon, essentially, it's really hard to make that much out of those passes. I was proud of how Barcelona fought back in the second half. I thought they did a really good job. Too many opportunities that weren't closed on. You know, there was also a goal last second or almost a possible goal. Mariba almost scored. It was great, so close. There was also a potential penalty, but we know we're not going to get that. So here we are. Barcelona loses 2-1. Benzema got his goal, you know. Cruz got a goal. Casemiro got a double yellow and a red card. And Oscar Mingueza got his second goal. So this is where we're at. Unfortunately, not how I wanted it to go. But at the end of the day, tactically, we were shut down in the first half. In the second half, trying to come back down 2-0 at halftime in a monsoon. It didn't happen for us, unfortunately. So now we're third in the table with 65 points. Below 66 and 66 for Real Madrid and Atletico Madrid, with 1 game less for Atletico. So, sorry guys, not super excited about it. Kind of bummed, but you know, we fought. It was a tough fought game. I thought it was pretty exciting. If I was a neutral fan, this would have been a really exciting game. Not neutral, so it was painful. And here we are. Got to dust ourselves back off. And I think if anything, it's very clear, very, very clear that we have the holes. This is a game where Suarez would have been that guy. We do not have a man up top that we can just give the ball and let him do his magic, right? Dembele gets the ball, it falls all over the place. When they're wide open, in many instances, Griezmann, he taps a little wide. I do think that we've got some positive things, but we just have some areas of opportunity. And with three in the back, I think we've learned now that if we don't play the right people back there, we get torn apart. But even then, especially if we were going to attack from the outside, which I thought we were going to, and it looked like we tried, then you've got to be so stout in the back. I didn't think we could keep a clean sheet. I really didn't, but I just didn't think that they were going to be 2 up already. I mean, they were up 2 up at the 28th minute, which that hurts. We get down on these big games, and here we are. I don't think it was terrible, though. I'm not completely heartbroken. I am upset. Back to the drawing board, guys. Talk to you soon.